I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. We are learning that the federal government has opened up an investigation into Ron DeSantis for his human trafficking operation. Ron DeSantis, the MAGA extremist governor of Florida, sent his top administration officials into the state of Texas to trick and deceive and then thereafter kidnap asylum seekers who were waiting on their court dates for their asylum applications, to falsely promise them jobs in Massachusetts, but to send them to Martha's Vineyard as part of a PR stunt coordinated with Fox News. We are learning that the Department of Treasury Office of Inspector General has opened up this investigation at the request of Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey. And one of the things that we know is being investigated is whether Ron DeSantis improperly used federal funds, and specifically funds relating to COVID relief, as part of this criminal cartel operation that he ran to kidnap individuals and traffic them. We just need to call it what it is and stop using other terminology for it. It's a human trafficking operation. We have access to a letter that was sent on October 7th, 2022 by Richard K. Delmar to Senator Ed Markey and other representatives. Let me read you the letter. Dear Senator and Representatives, I'm further responding to your September 19, 2022 letter requesting that the Treasury Office of Inspector General, TIG, investigate whether the state of Florida has improperly used funds obtained or derived from the State and Local Fiscal Recovery Fund, SLFRF, to transport persons to Massachusetts. As part of its oversight responsibilities for the SLFRF, TIG has audit work planned on recipients' compliance with eligible use guidance. In addition, as part of our oversight work of the Coronavirus Relief Fund established by the CARES Act, we have already sought information from Florida about appropriate use of that fund. Regarding the SLFRF, we are seeking from its program officials in the department more detailed analysis of the guidance they have issued. We will review the allowability of use of SLFRF funds related to the immigration generally, and will specifically confirm whether interest earned on SLFRF funds was utilized by Florida related to immigration activities, and if so, what conditions and limitations apply to such use. Now, here's important. We plan to get this work underway as quickly as possible, consistent with meeting our oversight mandates and priorities, both in pandemic recovery programs as well as other Treasury programs and operations for which we have responsibility. We are also monitoring legislative and judicial challenges to the use of the funds for this purpose. Such developments may affect the scope and timing of our review, and you could please contact us, and they have contact information. One of the things that we are learning as well is that in the week or 2 weeks leading up to the September 14th human trafficking operation by DeSantis, which transported approximately 50 Venezuelan migrants to Martha's Vineyard, that DeSantis's chief of staff, James Othmeyer, sent text messages and had phone calls with someone by the name of Larry Keefe. Larry Keefe is a former Trump-appointed U.S. attorney who now works for DeSantis as his quote-unquote public safety czar. This is in connection with a public records request that was made where we have these emails and text messages, and these emails and text messages demonstrate that Keefe was actually in Texas at the behest of DeSantis and his chief of staff, Othmeyer, to help coordinate the flights, had full support of the governor in doing it, gave constant updates of who they had taken and when the flights were leaving, and very, very granular information that the governor and the chief of staff were very involved in this kidnapping operation, those emails show. We will keep you posted on the federal government's investigation, but I am certainly glad that action is being taken, and I think this is a story that we need to remain focused on. I know the media, with its goldfish-sized brain, just forgets about things or wants to both sides the issues here, but this is not a conservative policy. This is illegal. This is kidnapping. Just because Ron DeSantis is saying conservative, you don't buy into those labels that these people want to give themselves. There is nothing conservative about kidnapping asylum seekers who are fleeing from situations in their country where they could be killed, and kidnapping them and playing with their lives and screwing with their lives and putting their lives in jeopardy here in the United States. That's not a conservative policy. I'm sorry if you look at the traditional way of the word conservative. And the same thing, stop calling it conservative when people support insurrections and people support medical disinformation and support pandemics, are literally pro-pandemic, and support election disinformation and support a cult leader in Donald Trump who steals top secret nuclear records and other top secret sensitive compartmented records just because they call themselves conservative. It's not. You have MAGA Republican extremists, fascists. That is what they are. That is who they are. We cannot mince words here, who have taken over the Republican Party, who are now an extremist, radical, fascist political party movement that has a cult leader in Donald Trump. That is a very problematic dynamic. And I'm sick and tired of the media either both sidesing the issue or, when pressed, saying, oh, we don't want to platform it, we don't want to amplify it. You need to condemn it. You need to call it out. I call BS on all of that. You need to call it out, condemn it clearly, and you need to support our democracy. Full stop. The same way we do here on the MeidasTouch network every single day in every single report that we do. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. Make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. We are on our way to 1 million subscribers. Thanks to you. And if you want to support this independent media network, no matter where you are in the world, head right now to patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. There are a number of exclusive benefits and membership package there, but most importantly, you could help grow this independent media platform. That would be so helpful to us. So check out patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas. Make sure you subscribe right now.
MeidasTouch is unapologetically pro-democracy. And look, we know you are too. So please make sure you check out our best-selling shirt and our best-selling gear, the unapologetically pro-democracy gear. And hey, while you're at it, make sure you check out my favorite shirt and one of our most famous designs, It Wasn't Rigged, You're Just a Loser, at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.